So this is my story. When I was about 21, my brother and I were home from college on our summer break. My brother is about 2 years, close to 2 years younger than I am. And we were the only ones home. My brother said he had been writing these short stories about this character, and he'd been keeping them in his journal, and he wanted me to read one of them and let him know what I thought about it. So I said I would be happy to do that, and he opened his journal and he got it to the story spot, and he asked me to read it, and it was about this character named Jack, and he said he'd been writing a bunch of stories about this character. So I read the story, and while I was reading it, my brother fell asleep on the couch. And I read the story and I really liked it. And he said that there were a bunch of stories about this same character. And so I thought, well, I'd like to read more of those stories. So I scanned through the journal just looking for this name Jack and just not reading anything else, just looking for the name Jack. And I found another story about Jack, and I read it and I liked it. And so I scanned more and I found another story about this character Jack. And by this point, I was starting to get a sense that Jack was a sort of stand in for my brother. He went to college in Southern California, which my brother did, and it all sounded like things that happened with my brother. So in this third story, as I'm reading it, Jack and a friend of his break into the school auditorium one night, and they're drunk, and while they're in there, they have this conversation where Jack reveals to his friend that Jack is gay. Um, and I realize at that moment that it's not just the character Jack who is gay, but it's my brother also who is gay. This is happening in about 1992. So it's a very different environment um, about homosexuality and culture than it is now. Period. So that's my story. And as you'll see in the discussion notes here, what I would like you to do is to help me brainstorm potential reflection topics that might come from a story like this. All right?